Hey there, beautiful humans. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that literally shapes your brain, boosts your mood, or totally wrecks your peace of mind. Relationships. And this isn't just feel-good fluff. It's backed by decades of research, brain scans, and long-term studies. If you've ever walked away from a hangout, feeling on top of the world or totally drained, you've already felt it. Relationships shape our mental health more than most people realize. The people you surround yourself with can either be your superpower or your stress bomb. Humans are social creatures. We are hardwired for connections. We are not meant to do life alone. When you connect with someone in a positive, meaningful way, whether it's a deep talk, a hug, or even laughing together, your brain releases a cocktail of feel-good chemicals like oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the love hormone that makes us feel safe and connected. Dopamine, your brain's reward chemical, aka the reason you feel good during connection. Serotonin helps regulate your mood, memory, and sleep. All right. Ready to learn how your relationships are literally rewiring your brain? Are your relationships helping or hurting? Let's go. But first, drop a comment below. Who's the one person or animal in your life who always makes you feel better after talking to them? Before we get into the good stuff, tell me in comments, who's your biggest mental health booster? Is it a friend, a partner, a pet? Totally counts, a therapist, or coffee, which is mine. Okay, ready to get nerdy? Let's break down the science of relationships and your mental health. Good relationships are mental health armor. Strong, healthy relationships can lower the rates of anxiety and depression, improve your self-esteem, even reduce your risk of dying early. Yes, really. So basically, having good people around you is like wearing emotional sunscreen. It doesn't stop life from getting tough, but it protects you from the worst of it. But toxic relationships equals brain chaos. Unhealthy relationships, on the other hand, think constant criticism, manipulation, ghosting, or emotional distance, can do the opposite. They spike your cortisol, increase anxiety, and literally shrink your hippocampus, which is the memory and mood part of your brain. So if you've ever felt emotionally exhausted after hanging out with someone, science says you're not being too sensitive. Your brain is trying to protect you. All right, time for a quick relationship check-in. Grab a piece of paper or just think through this. Who in your life lifts you up the most? Who leaves you feeling drained or anxious? What's one tiny step you could take to nurture a good relationship or protect your peace from a bad one? Comment your answer or just write it down for yourself. Awareness is power. So yeah, your relationship aren't just background noise. They're shaping your mental health every single day. Think about the last time you had a really good talk with someone you trust. That warm, grounded feeling, that's not just emotions. That's neurochemistry. Fun fact, a 20-second hug triggers a measurable boost in oxytocin and lowers your stress hormones like cortisol. Even brief interactions, like chatting with your barista or exchanging smiles with a coworker, can boost your mood. That's how much we thrive on connection. Next, let's talk about strong relationships, which are a mental health power-up. Let's talk about the long-term science. The Harvard study of adult development, one of the longest studies ever conducted, which was almost 85 plus years, followed hundreds of people to figure out what makes a happy, healthy life. Do you know what their number one finding was? Good relationships keep us happier and healthier, period. In fact, people with close, supportive relationships have lower levels of anxiety and depression. They are more resilient during stressful times. They live longer and healthier lives. have better memory and brain function as they age. It's not about how many friends you have. It's about the quality of those connections. Even just one or two solid, dependable relationships can make a massive difference. Now, let's talk about toxic relationships, which are a mental health drain. So on the flip side, not all relationships are helpful. Toxic or stressful relationships can actually harm your mental health and your brain. Here's how. They trigger your fight or flight response, releasing too much cortisol. Prolonged exposure to this stress shrinks your hippocampus, the part of your brain that regulates mood and memory. And you might start to feel anxious, withdrawn, depressed, or even experience physical symptoms like fatigue or insomnia. If someone constantly makes you feel unsafe, judged, or exhausted, your brain interprets that as a threat, even if there's no yelling or drama. Ever left a conversation feeling like your energy was sucked out of you? That's not your imagination. That's science. Now let's grab your notes app or just think this through. Who in your life energizes you? You feel seen, heard, and better about yourself after talking to them. Next, think about who leaves you feeling anxious, drained, or second-guessing yourself. This might be subtle, like feeling on edge or walking on eggshells. Next, think about what patterns do you notice. Are you constantly giving more than you get? Avoiding tough conversations? Tell me in the comments, what's one small change you could make to strengthen a healthy relationship or protect your peace from a draining one? Now let's talk about how can we build better connections that support, not sabotage, our mental health. Here are 3 evidence-based tips. First, deepen the quality, not quantity. A study from the University of Arizona found that people with deep, meaningful conversations report greater happiness than those who only engage in small talk. Try this. Ask someone, what's been on your mind lately? Instead of, how are you? Next, learn to set boundaries. Boundaries equal love and self-respect. Healthy boundaries actually increase trust and reduce resentment. For example, say, I care about you a lot, but I need time to recharge after work. Can we catch up later? Lastly, prioritize real-time connection. Texting is great, but face-to-face or even FaceTime is where the magic happens. Eye contact and voice tone activate brain systems that deepen emotional connection. Try this. Schedule 1 real conversation a week. No distractions, just presence. You deserve relationships that nourish your mental health, that challenge you to grow, not shrink, that see the real you and support you anyway. So whether it's texting a friend, setting a boundary, or giving yourself space from someone who drains you, your mental health is worth protecting. Connection is healing. Choose wisely. If this video made you think, drop a like, share it with someone you trust, and make sure to subscribe for more science-backed content on mental wellness and real life. Stay curious, stay connected, and I'll see you in the next one.